Hello everyone, welcome to video lectures on data mining and data warehousing, model 4 classification.
Okay, see here how to calculate the measures, that is Gini, or how to calculate the degree of impurity. We'll just see. Right. So before choosing any attribute for doing the classification, we will just see how what is the degree of impurity. Definitely, before doing any classification, there must be high impurity. Yes. So before choosing any attribute for splitting, we have just counted the number of records. So total 6 records are belonging to class 0 and remaining 6 records are belonging to class 1. You call this as class distribution, right? So class distribution we have written here in this table. Class 0 contains 6 records, class 1 contains again 6 records. So here there is equal distribution of records, or 50% has been records are shared among C0 and C1, and you can just see here. Yes. Okay, how to calculate the Gini value for this before distribution, before computing, or before you do the classification, how to compute this? Okay, we'll just see there the formula we have already seen to calculate Gini. The formula says that 1 minus sigma I is equal to 0 to C minus 1. So here C indicates the class. Okay, so the class here in our problem we have only two classes, that is class 0 and class 1, right? So our formula there says I is equal to 0 to class, that is C minus 1. Here we have only two classes, and then P of I, you can say or bitwise or something. Okay, T. So what is this P of IT? That represents the class distribution, or the fraction of records. Here I represents the class, either it is 0 or 1 value, that is I is 0 or 1, that is T. Okay, that is I, and then here T represents here it represents the number of records. So that means what? The count here, the fraction of records belonging to class I, fraction of records belonging to class 0, or fraction of records belonging to class 1. So here sigma indicates the summation, right? So here P of I T represents the fraction of records belonging to class 0 plus fraction of records belonging to class 1. So we'll just see how to calculate the fraction of records. Yes. So in the given data set there, let's first compute what is this P of IT. So I value, either it is 0 or either that is class 0 or class 1, right? So now P of IT can be calculated in this way. First we'll compute P of 0T. That means what? The number of records T belonging to class 0. So how many records we have seen in our data set belonging to class 0? So total class 0 records are 6, right? So here you have to find out 6, that is a fraction of records. 6 are the 6 records belonging to class 0, and divided by, out of how many records you have total 6 records belonging to class 0, that is total you have 12 records. Out of 12, 6 are belonging to class 0. So that indicates that is nothing but the fraction that you are computing, and you call that as that is actually one part which is required to compute your degree of impurity. So 0.5 you have got. 0.5 is the number of records. Now here, how do I compute the fraction of records belonging to class 1? Can I directly compute it something like this? P of 1T is equal to 1 minus P of 0T. What is the meaning of that? So remaining records must be belonging to class 1. So here, when 50% of the records are belonging to class 0, remaining records must be belonging to class 1, right? So something like this. So here, if I have to compute the P of 1T, that means the number of records belonging to class 1 can be computed this way: 1 minus P of 0T. So remaining of the records there, remaining records are belonging to class 1. This is how you compute P of 0 and P of 1. And once your P of 0 and P of 1 is ready, you can now compute Gini value, right? So what I'm computing now here is Gini value of the node before splitting. Okay, before splitting. So how do you compute the Gini? Now substitute this value, whatever you have computed just now, P of 0t and P of 1t, these values you just substitute in the given formula. So what is the given formula of Gini here? 1 minus summation of this, right? So can we substitute the value here? 1 minus the answer P of 0t, what we got there was 0.5. Again answer P of 1t also is 0.5. So 0.5 plus 0.5, what you have is answer 1, and then subtract that answer summation value, what you have got, that is answer 1 from 1. So 1 minus 1 is how much? 0. So just, yes, 1 minus 1 is just 0 there. Yes, I'm sorry there. It is whole square. I forgot about the square, right? So 0.5 square plus 0.5 square, right? So whatever you are getting there, P of 0t is 0.5. Again, whatever answer you have computed for P of 1t is also 0.5, right? So 0.5 whole square plus again 0.5 whole square. So the answer, whatever you are getting there, subtract that from 1. So the Gini value, what you're computing now before splitting, that is for this particular parent node before splitting, is Gini value 0.5. So you just substitute there in the Gini formula and find out the answer. So 0.5 whole square plus 0.5 whole square, the sum what you get there, that you subtract from 1. So the answer what you get there for Gini is 0.5. This is the one measure what you're computing before splitting. Now Gini value is 0.5. What is the meaning of this 0.5 value? The meaning is here you have the degree of impurity which should be further made it pure. Okay, how to make it pure we know. How to continue there? Yes, we'll start doing the classification. So how to do the classification? We will choose among these two attributes any one attribute. Okay, for splitting we will choose any one attribute, either A or B. Let's start from node A itself. Let's continue. Yes, after splitting we have chosen now the first attribute A for splitting the node. So here A has only two values, S and no, and now we'll see how many records are belonging to A value. How many records actually triggers here this attribute value A equal to S. So we'll see class 0 how many records you have and class 1 records how many you have. Okay, let's just see here. Yes, sorry, yeah, we'll just see here. Okay, yes, so we have for attribute value attribute A value equal to yes. So how many records, yes records, are belonging to class 0? Just to see the column A only, because I've chosen attribute A. So 1 belonging to class 0, then third record belonging to class 0, fifth one belonging to class 0. So total 3 records I got now. Again continue. Yes, yeah, 7th record belonging to class 0. So 4, count as 4. So that's all. Now what I'm counting here is for class 0, how many yes records, that is value, I'm speaking about attribute A, how many yes records are belonging to class 0. That distribution you have to find out now. Count the number of records. So yes 0, yes 0, yes 0, yes 0, yes, total 4 records we got. That is 4 records, count is written here, belonging to class 0. What about the class 1 records where A value equal to yes? So where A value equal to yes, A value equal to yes, yes, the 6th record you see, where A value is equal to yes, it belongs to class 1 now. Now what I'm doing, I'm counting the number of class 1 records where A value is equal to yes. So class 1 record, see I got the 6th one, that is count is 1 now. Again come here, A value equal to yes, yes, belonging to class 1, yes. So yes, belonging to class 1. Yes, total 3 records I got here, where A value is equal to yes belonging to class 1. So you can see here, A value when it is equal to yes, I have mixture of records. What is the meaning of mixture of records? I have 4 records belonging to class 0 and 3 records belonging to class 1. Is this the right classification what I'm trying to do? No. So here, if I have to do the correct classification, I want maximum number of records belonging to a particular class. Then only I can say that that classification is the good classification. So yes, I have written the number of records. We'll go to the next node, right node. When A value equal to no. Similarly, now again you count the number of class no records, right? Yes, number of class 0 records and number of class 1 records where A value equal to no. Now I'm concentrating only on no value. So when A value equal to no, you count class 0. Yes, the count is 1. I'm seeing for only class 0 now. Yeah, no value, class 0. Yes, count is 1. Again here, next count is 2. Again, yeah, I have only 2 records where A value equal to no belonging to class 0. So I have written here 2 records class 0. So what about class 1? We'll see now. Count. I'm speaking about A value equal to no only. So go to A value equal to no only. Yeah, A value equal to no. I have total 3 records belonging to class 1. So I have written here for class 1 I have total 3 records belonging to class 1. So when A value is equal to no. So this is how I have written the split. I have written the count of records. I have written the count of records. We'll just come back to this. Yes, we'll just see here. Yeah, now let's compute the Gini value or entropy value or your classification error. There are 3 measures, right? We'll calculate all 3 measures and see, but actually practically all 3 measures you need not calculate. You can take up any one formula and calculate the degree of impurity, okay? But just for your practice purpose, I have solved all the 3 measures. I have taken all the 3 measures. Okay, right now here again we'll see which is the best split, whether node 1 is the best split or node 2 is the best one. Okay, okay, fine. We'll see compute the Gini value separately. So before calculating any of the measure, first we'll see the distribution. Yeah, because as you all know, all the 3 formula requires this requires this distribution, class distribution value, that is P of IT is required compulsorily. So we will compute that, right? So P of 0t. We will just see now node n1. What is P of 0t? The fraction of records belonging to class 0. So how many records are belonging to class 0? 4. Out of how many records now you got this 4? We'll just see there. Yes, our data set actually contains how many records? 12 records. Here I am computing what? The number of records belonging to class 0, when A value is equal to yes. I'm just checking for only A value is equal to yes, okay, wherein the number of records here belonging to class 0 when A value is equal to yes. So we'll see in our data set first how many records are belonging to attribute value, that is A equal to yes. That means I'll come again, I'll just tell you, I'm calculating here the number of records belonging to class 0, right? But where I'm actually calculating that, I'm just seeing for A value equal to yes, correct? A value is equal to yes, the number of records belong to class 0 then. So now you have to count how many records among this are having A value equal to yes. Just count A value equal to yes, the count is 1, yeah. First transaction, third one, 5th one, 6th one, 7th one, 8th, 9th, so till 9. So here these are the records where A value is equal to yes. Just count there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. There are total 7 records where a value is equal to yes. So this is the total count of records where a value is equal to yes. Out of the 7 records only, I have found that there are 4 records. Out of the 7 records, there are 4 records belonging to class 0. There are 4 records belonging to class 0 where a value is equal to yes, correct? So total out of 7, 4 records. This is how you calculate the distribution, okay, right? And next again you compute the other also. Out of 7 records, again you're checking out of 7 records, how many records are belonging to class 1? Out of again these 7 records where a value is equal to yes, how many are belonging to class 1 you're checking. So we have already found that there are total 3 records out of 7 belonging to class 1. So this is how you compute the fraction, okay? So their fraction of records, you got here almost, you round it off. Yes, you can just see here the class distribution of node n1, class 0.6 and class 1, you got it as 0.4, right? Okay, now the same calculations you continue for node n2 as well. So node n2, if you are saying, see, we have taken the class attribute a, and we have just now computed the class distribution for node n1. Similarly, now for the other node, that is right node n2 also, you calculate the class distribution. So remember here, once again you have to go to the data set. And just see only those records where attribute value a is equal to no. So a is equal to no, how many records you have total? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are total 5 records where a value is equal to no. Remember that. And out of those 5 records, how many records are belonging to class 0 and how many are belonging to class 1? So just you have to see that. So just count here. Class no records. Again, class no records. We have class no record 0 belonging to class 0. Value in a is equal to no, belonging to class 0, count as 1, again a equal to no, class 0. Then again only 2 records where a value is equal to no belongs to class 0. So class 0, 2 records. Then class 1, again you see, concentrate on only a value equal to no. So here 1, 2, 3, all 3 records again finally are belonging to class 1. So total 3 records. So total no records are here. How many are total no records? We have seen 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Total 5 records here are no records. No records in the sense a value is equal to no. So remember, so that is how now again you have to, for node n2, for this node again you have to calculate the distribution, class distribution, okay? So class distribution, that is belonging to class 0, and again fraction of records belonging to class 1 you have to compute. So how do you compute that? 2 divided by 5 and 3 divided by 5. So that would be the class distribution, okay? Right. So now now you just see here node n2. So 2 divided by 5 and 2 divided by 5 and 3 divided by 5 you have seen, and the answer you have got here. So probability, class distribution you have found here, calculated. Okay, now the same way you have to again see after the calculation for both the nodes, the class distribution calculation for both the nodes, you have to now actually compute the Gini or entropy or classification error, okay? But before that we'll just continue with the next attribute also, and then we'll come back to the entropy calculation, Gini calculation. Okay, now you just see here for the attribute B as well. So what is this attribute B now? So till now what we have done is for the given data set, we have started with the attribute A as a root node, and we have done the first round classification. So first round classification is this, first round splitting is this, and we will calculate the Gini and entropy and verify whether this split or whether the chosen attribute is the best split or not, best choice or not, okay? So we will just see that, but before doing that, we will take the next attribute, split that calculate the probability distribution for this attribute B as well, and then we will go for the Gini calculation. Okay, now choose the next attribute B and do the splitting. So how do you do that? Again, B value can be yes or no. So when B value is equal to yes, how many records are belonging to class 0 and how many are belonging to class 1, you compute. Similarly, this also, when B value is equal to no, how many are belonging to class 0 and how many are belonging to class 1, you just have to see. Yes. Okay. Right. So let's continue with our explanation there. Okay. So here, as I already said, B is equal to no. Just concentrate on an attribute B. That is, we have no records. How many records we totally? How many records? No records we have. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. 5, 6, 7. Total 7 records we have. That is, B is equal to no. Total 7 records we have, and then. So no records belonging to class 0 again out of 7, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Total 5 no records are belonging to class 0, and again no records belonging to class 1 are only 2 records. Total 7, out of that 5 are belonging to class 0, and total 2 no records are belonging to class 1. Right? So you continue with your calculation now. Class distribution we will have to calculate. Class distribution, how are we going to calculate? As usual, we are at node 2 now. Node 1 is already done, so node 2. So class 0, count of records belonging to class 0, that is 5. So 5 out of total no records are 7. 7, 5 divided by 7.7. Again, class 1 records belonging to class 1 records, that is no records belonging to class 1. 2 divided by 7, it's equal to 0.28. You just round it off to 0.3. Correct? Yes. So all this class distribution thing you calculate and keep it ready. And now we will calculate our entropy, Gini and classification error. So we have our formula here. We will just substitute all those values over here. So let's begin with the calculation right from the root node. Okay. So we started with our parent node. Do you remember the parent node? We'll go to the beginning there. Parent node. Which is the parent node? So before splitting, this was our parent node, and parent node always is one class, as we saw in our Hunt's algorithm. Recall, go back and just check with the Hunt's algorithm. Step 1 is containing only one class record, and that class record here you can see the distribution. Class 0 6 records, class 1 again 6 records, right? So class distribution, again fraction of records we had computed. P of 0, count of record belong to class 0 and count of records belonging to class 1, both we had computed and kept it ready there. That, as per that, the values are 0.5 and 0.5, right? So class 0 0.5, class 1 0.5. So that you substitute in our entropy, Gini as well as classification error formula, and just see the value what you're getting. So what do you expect there? This is highly impure parent node, or you can say here there is no right classification because there's a mixture of records here. So you expect high degree of impurity for this. Let's see whether we are getting high degree of impurity. Remember, you have to substitute 0.5 and 0.5 there. Yes, we'll just go back to our formula, entropy. Yes, entropy formula is saying that it is minus, you can see here, minus summation of fraction of records into logarithm of fraction of records, right? So just to see here, substitute 0.5. So fraction of records we have here is class 0 records into logarithm of class 0 records, since it is summation, plus again fraction of class 1 records into logarithm of fraction of 1 records, right? And just to see here, minus sign, you keep it outside. Yeah, substitute. So here anyways we have that we are calculating. Remember, this is for parent node what we are calculating. So 0.5 into logarithm of this. How do you compute this? Logarithm of fraction of class 0 records divided by logarithm of 2. So that is how you compute. Okay, so I have written here separately to the left hand side I guess here, yes, I've computed it here. Logarithm of fraction of records divided by logarithm of 2. So this is how you compute it separately and get the answer of that. So I got the answer for this part, that is 0.5 into logarithm. This part is minus 1. I got the answer. Plus again this is again 0.5 into logarithm of this point. This part is again minus 1. So the answer what I got is minus 1. Minus of minus 1 is plus 1. So just to see here, entropy value I got the answer as 1. As I already said, the 1 is a maximum value, and this implies that the measure or the degree of impurity is very high. Correct? Yes. You can similarly calculate Gini also here. For the same parent node, you calculate the Gini also. Formula of Gini is this. So probability or fraction of 0 record whole square plus fraction of 1 record whole square. Okay, minus sign you keep it outside. So this is 0.5 whole square again plus 0.5 whole square. So you can see I have taken this minus inside now. So 0.25 plus 0.25, answer you get it 0.5. 1 minus 0.5 is answer 0.5. So the Gini value for this is 0.5, right? So again 0.5 almost you can say in mid it is. If I take the range as 0 to 1, 0 implies degree of impurity is very low, almost, yeah, not almost, it is equal to 0. That means no impurity. So 1 is high impurity, 0.5 is intermediate, right? But there is impurity. That is what it is saying. Next we'll calculate classification error also. Classification error formula is this: 1 minus maximum of fraction of records. So you can see here maximum of class 0 record and class 1 record, right? So maximum of this, so fraction of this is 0.5 and this fraction of class 1 record is again 0.5. Maximum out of this is, since it is one and the same, you write the answer is 0.5. So 1 minus 0.5 is again 0.5. So here again it implies that it is not zero impurity, also it is not high impurity, moderate impurity, right? So by doing this, what is the final inference after calculating all the three errors? We just see that parent node has high degree of impurity. So what is the next step? We have to go for splitting, right? So for splitting, again we have already chosen attribute A. So now let's check attribute A has whether it has given us low degree of impurity or high degree of impurity. So already splitting is done. Now the calculation of impurity, degree of impurity only is remaining, right? So I've written again there whatever we have computed earlier. So we have already computed here, right? The same thing I have written again. So what is it? Yeah, after the splitting, that is, you have chosen attribute A and we got this node n1 and node n2 as left and right leaf tree, leaf node, correct? Yes. So node n1 and node n2, the same thing I have written in the form of a table there. Okay, just see that. See that. I've written it in the form of a table. So node n1, first let's calculate all the three measures for node n1 only, that is the left node n1. So I've written in the form of a table, node n1 class 0 count is 4, class 1 records count is 3. The same thing I've written in the form of table. Now calculate the Gini value for this node n1 alone, right? So the formula remains the same. Now the probability, this fraction of record we have already computed and kept it ready there. So already we had computed, we got the answer there 0.6 and 0.4. I mean, yeah, this one, just substitute over here. So you got there 1 minus 0.6 whole square plus 0.4 whole square. So you got the answer there as 0.5 approximate, right? So this is also not a good sign. That means there is impurity, degree of impurity is moderate. Entropy, you just see again, substitute the values, you get the answer there 1. High impurity, which implies, then again classification error, you see, you get the answer there 0.4, and that is also implying, see, entropy we got 1, high error, classification error is 0.4, almost moderate. So now you can see, is there any difference between the parent node and the node A here? I mean node n1 of attribute A, no much difference. So you just still you see the degree of impurity is high, correct? So let's go now to the node n2, whether there at least we are getting good classification or less impurity. So we are still at the attribute A only, and the attribute A value no. We are checking for the right subtree of the attribute A. You can see now node N2 I have written. Okay, node N2 I have written in the form of table. The count of the record, class 0 record is 2, count of class 1 record is 3. So just see, substitute the values of those fraction of records belong to class 0 and fraction of records belong to class 1. Substitute all the values, you get this answer. Just see the, compare the values. 0.5. and this is almost nearing to 1, and this is 0.4. Still it is one and the same. We are not finding any better result. So you can see attribute A has given high degree of impurity both for node N1 and node N2. That means choosing attribute A is not so good choice. It's not a good choice there. It's not so it's not a better split, right? So we'll go to the next attribute. So the next attribute, again, already we are done with the splitting, so the same thing continues. Node N1 is written in the form of a table. Now this time it is for attribute B and whose value is yes. So again you calculate the Gini entropy and error and just see the answers that you get. 0.3, 0.7, 0.2. Is it not less compared to your attribute A, node 1 of attribute A? Yes, of course, it is less. That means what degree of impurity is decreasing, and it has decreased when you have chosen the attribute B, right? So, and again now you continue your